Well, good afternoon. It's Toby Foster across Yorkshire. Here on the BBC, a story now. I'm joined in the studio by a remarkable lady who's organising a special charity gala in Wakefield to give back to the 3 charities who've helped her. She joins us now. She's Kimberley Hattersley Barton, and we shall tell the story and find out what the charities are. Kimberley, good afternoon.
Hello.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
No, thank you for having me.
No, it's our pleasure. Tell us about the charity gala that you've organised in Wakefield.
So I'm organising a charity gala, which is an evening of live performances that will be held on the 13th of April at Unity Hall.
And what charities is it to help?
So this is to help Macmillan Cancer Support, Starlight Children's Foundation and Reeds of Courage UK.
Now, I think the charities that we're talking about there, people will see the common thread between them. But
yeah.
I've just read on here, you've had cancer 4 times.
I have, yeah.
That's crazy. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's been quite an experience.
I bet it has. Just bring that microphone a little bit closer, because they're really not very good. We've got them cheap. I mean, you're 26 years old.
Yes.
You're still incredibly young. And to have had cancer 4 times, talk us through what's happened.
When I was 13 months old, I had rare childhood cancer on my bladder called rhabdomyosarcoma, and I had multiple treatments and surgeries for a few years when I was a baby. And then from the treatment, I got many long-term late effects, which are including kidney failure, ovarian failure, heart failure, and that was pretty much my young end of, like, the beginning of my lifestyle. It was always dictated by health, and that's just kind of what I've known and grown up with. But then when I was 18, I got diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma on my tongue. That was just completely unexpected, and I had a surgery to remove the back third of my tongue and a neck surgery because it had spread to my neck, and I was followed with 6.5 weeks of radiotherapy treatment to treat that one, and that's like the second of the 4.
So, I mean, crack your blame, what came next?
In 2020, in the peak of COVID, I was aware that my tongue was getting sorer again, and I thought that was just an aftermath of the treatment. But then we went to a consultation for a follow-up clinic, and we realised that the cancer had kind of come back. It wasn't a relapse, but the same cancer had been growing again. So there was first stage cancer on my tongue, and again they had to remove that, and then they did a surgery to the other side of my neck to remove more lymph nodes. Luckily that hadn't spread to my neck, but everything was fine and clear in the sense of the tongue cancer. But from that surgery they found an incidental finding of thyroid cancer cells, so that's how we kind of triggered off the discovery of the 4th cancer from that one.
It is such a story that, I mean, anybody listening to this will feel like I do. I just not know how you're managing to go on. I suppose you would say, well, you do. I suppose there's very little option just to go on, but you must feel kicked about. How do you feel in your head about this? Does it feel unfair?
I've never really thought in the sense of it feeling unfair. I'd say, there's absolutely days where I'd be spiralling in a little ball and be so upset with things, especially dealing with each diagnosis and the aftermath of things. And, like I said, there's lots of long-term follow-up problems as such that you have to maintain. But I've always just tried to find the other side of that, where I'm just grateful to be doing what I am able to do, and I kind of focus on the good things rather than thinking, oh, why has this happened to me?
But I mean, one of the dangers must be, and I have a daughter 5 years younger than you, I mean, and one of the dangers I would really worry about is, I'd let the doctors be in charge of the cancer because they'll be really good at that, but I'd be worried about your head.
Yeah.
Your family must be really concerned about just getting up in the morning. How are you feeling?
Yeah, the mentality is such a big thing, and I think for me, I've always had more of an optimistic, headstrong approach to things. I think all my friends and family know I'm not one to just sit and dwell on something. I'm always looking almost for the next one, which is probably why I have gone ahead and decided to do this gala as such. But yeah, I find that's more of a coping mechanism, is that I have goals that I set for myself that I want to do or what I focus on, and that's what keeps me going. And again, the support network with that helps maintain the balance of everything. So yeah, the mentality and the mindset and the coping mechanisms all really do have that balance between the physical and mental well-being.
I mean, excuse me for asking, because they're not here, they're not part of the queue, but you got parents around you got family around. Yeah. You know, the story's not about them, but this is a family problem as well, isn't it? I mean, everybody that's involved with this has got a different iron in this fire, and is finding you're all going through this together, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The first cancer I had, I can't remember. I've no idea what my mum and dad dealt with it, in the sense of they saw it all, they experienced everything on the hospital firsthand as much as I did, and you know, they've got a lot of experience and memories of that as well. So each time something's happened, and even to this day, they're always concerned, and it hurts them as much as it does for me experiencing some stuff, because yeah, they've gone through it all in a different way as well.
Must be so tough. And there's loads of ways of dealing with things that's tough, and you've chosen this way, which sounds amazing. And believe me, I've been around a lot of organisations of things like this. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy at all. You've taken on a big one. What made you want to do this gala night?
I've always wanted to do some form of fundraising. I've fundraised in smaller ways before for a couple of these charities, but it was an idea that I wanted to do maybe a gala dinner as such. I'm a huge fan of musical theatre and dancing, and
dance teacher, am I right?
Yeah, I do teach some dancing as well, yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, again, that's one of the goals and the motivation behind what's kept me going all the years, and as well as like the mentality that ties into the physical well-being of things. It's kept me going since I've been little as well. But yeah, I'd say all of that's been an inspiration behind why I wanted to do the gala, and the charities are the reason why I wanted to do it, to give back, because they've been such a massive support throughout the numerous diagnoses. They've all given me so much like support and unmatched in many ways, really, for each individual cause.
How is the physicality of it? Dance teaching obviously is incredibly, you need to be incredibly fit, which obviously, yeah, I say obviously, I beg your pardon, you're lucky. I don't know how you feel inside. Nobody can know how you feel, but you look very fit. I mean, how's that been?
It really varies, because that's the thing, and I find a lot of people presume this, that once you've had cancer and you're in remission, that's it and it's done, where actually it's not. There's much bigger picture that comes with that. There's, like I say, a lot of long-term follow-up with things, and the daily maintenance of that varies as well. I mean, I'm very lucky to say I can do the dance teaching. It's something that I love and I enjoy, and has naturally happened from doing dance as I've grown up. But again, you know, some weeks I would go to dance, but I wouldn't actually dance because I'd be sat watching, because I actually wouldn't be able to do it because I'd be too tired. So again, when I'm teaching, they are younger children, they're full of energy. Sometimes on a warm-up, I'll just be sat on the mat, I'll be telling them, run around the room, do the star jumps. I'm not physically doing it. So there's a lot of elements to it all, but I think that's why I feel lucky to still be able to do it in the capacity that I can, because I know that there's a lot more to it than what people would just expect.
And what are you looking forward to most on the evening?
So on the evening, I'm just looking forward to the whole evening being a celebration, and that's what I want it to be. I want it to be enjoyable for everyone. Obviously, of course, I want to raise as many funds as possible for the charities, because that's ultimately what we're there to do. That's why I want to give back to them, to enable them to keep doing the amazing work that they do. But on the evening, I'm just looking forward to having the full experience of having everyone's support there, and again combining basically all elements of my life and things that I enjoy and sharing that with everyone, and like I say, a big celebration to give back to the charities.
And are there any special guests on the evening?
Yes, so the lineup includes West End and industry professional performers,
Fantastic.
which I'm really excited about. They'll be singing a bunch of well-known songs as well as songs from shows that they've been in, and we've got a couple of local dance schools as well, including the one that I teach at. And I have been choreographing a routine for the girls from my school that I help teach at, so it'll be nice to dance with them and have a great time on stage as well.
And there's a nurse who used to look after you, isn't there, who's on her way?
Yeah, so my Macmillan nurse is coming to support the night. She's a very... I don't know how to put into words really what she's done for me. I mean, a lot of people would consider what she's done as part of her job, and that's definitely part of that, but I always feel she's gone above and beyond what you could expect, and she's been so supportive, and again, ironically, just crosses paths with the dance environment. That's why she's always been so supportive of anything I've done, and I think she's known how much everything has meant to me to have that in my life as well. So yeah, she's coming along, and I'm really excited for her to be there because she's the reason why I want to fundraise for Macmillan.
Amazing. When is it?
It's the 13th of April.
The 13th of April. And how can people find out? How can they get tickets?
So I'm posting all about it on my Instagram and Facebook pages, which is Kimberley's Life with the Ribbon. All the links and information's on there, or also you can get tickets directly from the Ticket Source website, which is listed under Life with the Ribbon Charity Gala.
Well, Kimberley, thank you very much indeed for coming in this afternoon, and the best of luck with it. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Thank you.